In this video, let's talk about how much you get paid as a pilot in Australia. Hey, how's it going? My name is Jane. I'm a flying instructor, charter pilot, and skydiving jumper in Australia. Spoiler alert, pilots don't get paid as much as people may think, at least not in the general aviation industry. Only when you become a captain or first officer in major airlines, your salary will finally increase quite a lot. But before that, most pilots will need to get their flying experience as a charter pilot or instructor or any pilot position in the general aviation. Don't expect too much money. So, if you want to become a pilot just because of the money, you are getting into this industry for the wrong reason. In Australia, we have different types of minimum wages which is set by the award that covers their industry or occupation. For pilots, we have Air Pilots Awards that set our minimum wages depending on the types of aircraft we fly, types of employment and skill required for the position. The links of the award and pay guide are down in the description if you want to have a detailed look. So, this is the table of the minimum wages for pilots in the full-time position. One column is the types of aircraft you will fly in your position. The next columns are the hourly rate and annual salary. For single-engine aircraft, they're mostly certified as single-pilot aircraft, so once you're employed, you will receive the salary for captain. But some regional airlines do assign a second pilot or first officer to conduct their operations, then they will receive the salary for first officer. For multi-engine aircraft, most are single-pilot aircraft, but some could be multi-pilot certified aircraft. Same logic apply here. If you're employed as the only pilot to fly that type of aircraft, you'll receive the salary for captain. If you are employed as the second pilot, you'll receive the salary for first officer. For other specific types of aircraft like Dash 8, Fokker 28, CRJ-50, etc., these are mainly for regional or domestic airline operations. You will start off as a first officer and work your way up to become a captain, which can be a long journey ahead of you, meaning that you'll receive the salary of first officer for quite a while. For wide-body aircraft, this aircraft will require 3 or more pilots to operate. We now also have the position of second officer. These are mainly for international airline operations. You will start off as a second officer for a few years, then first officer for a few years, then become a captain. For example, you come up to Darwin and get employed as a charter pilot to fly say Cessna 210 or 206. Based on the aircraft maximum takeoff weight, your base salary will be about $47,600. Let's say you move on to a twin-engine aircraft like a Cessna 402, your base salary will be about $55,200. For the charter world, most operators will fly single-engine aircraft under VFR and multi-engine aircraft under IFR. So if you're flying a multi-engine aircraft under IFR, you will need to have instrument rating. Then you will receive an allowance for that, which is extra $3.25 per hour. That will be about $6,400 pay rise. For flying a turbojet aircraft, these are the extra pay on top of the base salary. For flying a turboprop aircraft, these are the extra pay on top of the base salary. These are some other allowance if the company has a training and checking system, but this don't apply to you when you first started flying. For the instructing world, there are other allowance as well. The allowance for instrument rating, turbojet or turboprop aircraft still apply to instructors if they have the qualification and employed to teach IFR, turbojet or turboprop. Also, if the instructors upgrade to a grade 2 instructor, there's extra $1.85 per hour, which is about $3,600 pay rise. Then upgrade to grade 1 instructor, there's extra $3.71 per hour, which is about $7,300 pay rise on top of the base salary for whatever aircraft you're employed to fly. For example, you're employed by a flying school as an initial grade 3 instructor to teach initial training in a Cessna 172. Your base salary will be $45,600. Later on down the road, you can become a grade 1 instructor, teaching IFR in a Piper Seminole or other twin-engine trainer aircraft. Your base salary will be $53,100. Extra $6,400 for teaching IFR, and extra $7,300 for being a grade 1 instructor. These are the allowance when you become the chief flying instructor one day. For the airline operation, let's say you finally get enough flight experience in the general aviation and get employed in an airline. You're assigned to fly an Dash 8-400. You will start off as a first officer, and the base salary is $57,500. Another example, let's say you get employed to fly an A380 in an airline. You will start off as second officer, and the base salary is $74,000. There are so many people from YouTube or Instagram asking me about the quickest path to airline all the time, and some of them even indicate they have no interest in anything else except being an airline pilot. First of all, it is about the journey, not just the outcome. Please ask yourself these few questions. Do you want to become a pilot because of the money? If yes, you may not be happy. Because of the lifestyle? Like you can travel? If yes, you may find it could be just layover for a day or two. There's not a lot of time for you to go far to travel. Because it's a cool looking occupation? Yes, you're right. It's definitely cool, but also a lot of hard work required. Lot of studies, exams, and flight tests every half a year. Because airline pilot is the only pilot job you know? If yes, I strongly encourage you to explore and research more about other pilot jobs. You may find something more exciting than airline pilot. You can check out my other video about that. Anyways, the most common career path for pilots is like this. First, you get your CPL, which takes about 1 year. Then you hunt for a job, which could take months or years. Then you become a charter pilot, starting from a Cessna 210 to a Conquest or King Air. This could take at least 3 years or more. Then you wait for the opportunity for an airline. So we're talking about 4 years, not including all the waiting in between steps. Similarly, you can get your instructor rating after your CPL, which takes about 4 months. Then you hunt for an instructing job. Then you become a flight instructor, starting from a single-engine VFR Grade 3 instructor to a multi-engine IFR Grade 1 instructor. This could take at least 2 years, since flight instruction mainly take place in simple trainer aircraft like Cessna 172, Diamond D40, or Piper Seminole, etc. Some instructors may choose to become a charter pilot later on to fly higher performance aircraft to be more suitable for airline recruitment consideration. But some don't need to. It all depends on the airline hiring demand at that time. These career paths are for the majority of the pilots who work their way up to be in the airlines in Australia. Of course, there are always exceptions if you complete your CPL in the right program at the right school at the right time. For example, university like UNSW or Central Queensland University have partnership programs with some airlines, but they don't accept all students to be in the partnership program. There's no guarantee you will get an interview and a job position. There's different quota every year to fit the demand. Also have to be the right time. If you graduate like now with COVID-19, even you complete the right program at the right school, but at the wrong time, you just won't be able to go straight into the airline. Overall, the quickest pathway to airline pilot is there. but be prepared that if the plans fall apart because of the hiring demand or timing, you need to go through the common pathway. If you become a pilot because you love flying and aviation is your passion, you'll be absolutely fine. If you become a pilot just want to be an airline pilot, you may get disappointed or frustrated with the airline industry in Australia. That's it for this video. There are some links of my other videos that may interest you down in the pinned comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Recording my other video here, up here. Your base salary will be